Yes. All right. Surprise Wednesday News AF.
Here we are.
Here we are. First News AF of the year. Should be a good one. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Tyson's got a brand new camera.
Yeah.
Watch him move.
I stay in the middle.
Yeah. This must be great for pickleball too, Tyson, if you can get this out on the court.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I have cameras that have this functionality.
And it doesn't work that great?
They don't work that great.
The ball just is flying to and fro.
I try to have it follow me, but even if you like crisscross somebody or you like twist a way that the camera misses you for a second, then it's all over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Not ideal.
Not ideal.
But the technology is coming.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Oh, for sure.
See if CES has anything to say about that.
Yeah, we'll
got
see.
some CES stories here today. Some technology news. Lots of interesting stuff going on here. Some airline news.
We got it all.
We got it all here today. All right. So you ready for? Here we go. People, OMG likes how you move from room to room in your house.
Well, he's been in the closet for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about me or Tyson?
Yeah.
You.
Tyson's always usually in the same place.
I'm always in the same place.
I was here out of convenience today.
Mm-hmm.
Just because to set up my other thing, I have to turn everything 90 degrees. And so I don't know what's going on. I'm out of my mind.
No.
Danny, when are you going to go on an adventure with me?
I told you I wanted to go ride that mountain in Hawaii on a bike. Remember?
God, that sounds so shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is no good adventure. In order for
what would be a good guy's trip for you, Tyson?
Yeah, Tyson, come up with the adventure.
Ocean. Let's hit the ocean. Let's do
the ocean. Yeah, I thought that Danny is rarely in the water.
Yeah, ocean business. It's just a yawning darkness, an abyss waiting to pull me down.
Let's go. Let's do a wildlife adventure where it's not about like hurting our bodies. It's more about like, let's go see something fucking rad.
Africa.
Yeah.
I do ride the exercise bike. My dream maybe one day would be to keep up with Danny to go on a climb.
There you go. Rob wants to do the Hawaiian mountain.
Does it show you your wattage output on those rides, Rob?
I don't look at that, but yeah, you can look at that.
Tyson wants to do some aggressive wattage comparisons.
I don't have a real Peloton. I have like the Costco Peloton.
It doesn't matter. I'm just telling you, you need to be able to push a 300 watt up a hill for the full duration of the hill to keep up with Danny, probably.
Oh, it could never happen.
Got quads.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah, but he's also got to lug those quads up the hill with him.
That's true.
Wish fulfillment.
There's like this perfect moment where the quads are just the right size and right strength for optimal performance.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Danny's surpassed that.
Oh, my quads are too big?
Your quads are too big.
The quads are why I don't like the ocean. There's no fat on the quads. They just pull me right down.
Oh, man.
All the way to the bottom.
Too dense.
Yeah, too dense.
Okay. Here, well, let's turn this on and
let's
let's do this for real. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Give the people what they want here. All right. Early bird gets the worm here at News AF. That's right. Good morning.
That is right. Twitch for Laura. Shout out.
Whoop, whoop. Here we go. All right. Hey, everybody, what's going on? I'm Rob Cesternino, back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories here for the week of January 4th, 2023, here on News AF. If the story is buzzing, I almost slipped. Almost said the wrong year. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual. Yes, Happy New Year to everyone out here on News AF Planet as we are back together for another year of bringing you everything that's happening, your source for all of the worldwide news. And here with us together again, our News AF panel. Let's bring in a man who is kicking off another year of being pickleball's top influencer. Here he is, Tyson Apostol. Tyson, how are you?
Always great. Had a really fun, I'd have to say, really fun winter break with my kids.
What was so fun?
They were just playing so well together.
Oh, that is
I
love that for you.
Yeah.
All It was great. Like the full 2 weeks, there was rarely a time where they didn't get along, and they just were like laughing and chasing each other and playing. Lots of messes to clean up, but the kids were getting along almost like I dropped them both off at school today, and I was like, oh, dang it, I don't get to hear them like run around. They have this game called Voldemort. It's a female Voldemort, and it's just a chasing game. One of them's Voldemort and tries to catch the other one.
Voldemort. Why is Voldemort the female version of Voldemort? It's like Verherdemort.
Come on, bro. Like, I don't have all the answers here.
Okay.
I've tried to correct them many times and say it's actually Voldemort, and they've said, no, Voldemort is someone different. Voldemort's a girl.
That's my favorite thing about kids is when they say stuff like that.
Yeah. And you're like, okay, I'll leave this one up to you guys.
Like my little kid called Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops, and I know he probably should have been playing it at like 7 years old. He called it Black Oops.
Black Oops.
I never corrected him because I freaking loved hearing him call it Black Oops.
Marlo says permanence marker. He said permanent marker. And we love it so much. She's like, this one's not a permanence marker. And we're
That's
like,
great.
okay.
Kid language.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things.
Yeah. Even when the permanence marker goes on something that it shouldn't, it's still hilarious.
It's still hilarious.
Then it becomes permanent marker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
When it's
true.
on paper, it can be that. But when it's on the wall, this is permanent.
Yeah. No, we love it. So, Rob, now it's time for you to share something fun about your kids.
Oh boy, I really have had like the inverse experience. My kids fight all the time, and it's really, it's really just like this like horrible chain reaction that goes on here of like my kids like fight, which then like sends my wife into orbit, which then just puts me in just a terrible mood. And
That's very standard.
I'm trying to really focus on the positive here in 2023, but it is just like they'll start fighting. I know where it's going, and I'm like, guys.
Oh yeah,
stop fighting, stop fighting.
You know
what's going to happen. We all know where this is going. They can't stop.
They don't care.
And I feel helpless to be able to stop. I know the future. I know what's coming, and nobody listens.
I've really tried hard because that's the family spiral is I've really tried hard to not let that domino effect.
How do you do it?
You just have to be like,
yeah,
I'm not letting this affect me. I'm not going to let this affect me. I'm not going to let this affect me. I'm going to still be the same. I'm going to still be the happy guy. It's whatever. These guys can be miserable if they
Tyson
want. I'm not
tapping into his zen.
It's a trick. You have to like purposely really, really like try to do it.
And Tyson even has the facial hair of someone who thinks like that.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, over the Christmas holiday, we were at Rachel's parents, and her dad had a beard for like the first time in his life.
Oh,
my mother-in-law hates beards on him and has always squashed out the beard. And finally, he was like, I'm making my own decisions now. And so this was like his stand.
Declaring his independence.
Yeah.
You go, Dad.
So he's grown a beard. And so I was like, all right, gentlemen, beard contest. Everybody put in $100. Last person to get rid of the growth on their face gets the pool. And everybody immediately was like, nope, except for one of Rachel's brothers. So I am in a beard growing contest with one of Rachel's brothers. It's just who can keep it growing the longest. You can trim your mustache and your neck hair, but you can do no trimming you can do no trimming to anything that comes from your face.
You should have let the neck hair in there because that's just disgusting.
Okay.
That could be the motivating factor for an actual shave.
But I'm telling you, my neck hair grows faster than my actual beard.
Can you braid your neck hair?
Eventually, yeah. Way before I could braid my beard, I could braid my neck hair. So like if I grew it all, eventually it would just look like a wall of hair coming out of like a tree trunk. And so I just ordered a beard straightener because I was like, my beard is so
A beard
puby.
straightener. I didn't know that that was even a thing.
I didn't either, but I Googled it because my beard is so puby and like all knotted and this way and that way.
Suffer from puby beard?
I do.
Order now your beard straightener.
Is it different than a normal hair straightener, Tyson?
Yeah, it's supposed to like have some like
Tiny.
anti-burning
You're
thing
so
in it.
cute.
But it's just I haven't tried it yet. I got it yesterday. I'm gonna try it today.
Okay. All right. Well, you got the perfect camera to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully the beard straightener is permanent, you know?
Yes, hopefully. This is at least semi-permanent. All right. And of course, a permanent fixture on this panel, of course, is the great Quadzilla himself. It is Danny Bryson. Danny, how are you?
2023. I got to try and remember that as I fill out forms for the next couple months.
Are you doing a lot of paperwork, Danny?
Danny pays with checks, actually.
Yeah. Yes, I'm a fan of checks. I'm sure if we went back, we'd find some rant about checks. A check is a sign that you are very near death. Because if you're writing checks, you're at least over like 75.
You're super desperate.
Yeah, I guess. But checks are no longer accepted. I just read an article that bank robberies for the first time ever, I believe it was in Denmark, hit zero because now they're a cashless society. No point in robbing banks. I mean, the online thieving is probably through the roof, but, and also that could have been a clickbaity article. I actually didn't click on it. I just saw the headline. So who knows?
They didn't get you.
Yeah. They didn't get me. That's how I feel. I have this moment of pride. I'm like, yeah, I like your title, but no, I'm not giving you the click, but I do have a warning to give people. I just encountered a new scam.
Yes.
Now my scam,
let us know.
So
I
my
have a
scammy
scam that's
senses
been hitting me text.
My scammy senses went off immediately, but it was such a good scam that I was also kind of intrigued and did a little bit more research. So what happened is I'm selling a car on a local website.
What car are you
classified? One of my
Craigslist.
Dad's. Yeah, kind of like a Craigslist, but it's very local. I've used it for years, and I get people contact me all the time. Right. So finally I had someone contact me and he said that he wanted basically a VIN report. Right. But he said, I want a VIN report from this website. And then he used a couple terms that I didn't know what an HOD was. I'll talk to my HOD and get some time off tomorrow to come by and visit the car, see the car. Okay. First flag, obviously he does not have a zip code that's local. So I was like, what's going on here? 2, he used a term I had never seen in my life, which I thought I live in a bubble. So maybe I just don't know what HOD means because I'm not in an office or something. Had to look it up. Head of department.
Okay.
But the other thing is I went to the website and then I looked up Google reviews and it was like a 1-star scam VIN lookup kind of thing. Like, oh, hey, for $1, we'll give you a full report on your vehicle. And then I
you have
looked
to put
into
your credit card info into it.
Yeah. So then they ding you for like $30 after that. And I was like, dude, that is actually a pretty interesting scam that they're probably outsourcing this guy and others to contact people on classifieds selling cars, request the report, use the service. And then when I responded to him, he was gone. Number no longer operational.
So did you pay for the service?
No.
Okay.
So, but I did in all my research find a good service and thought, you know what, this might be good to have because I get asked so many questions. I bought one, but it was only $14, and now I just send people that. So
but can't you just give people the VIN number and they can look it up themselves?
Yeah, and I thought about that because that's what they should do. That's what normal people do. But then I thought, you know, this might just be an added bonus. Was it $14? No big deal. But it was an interesting scam. It was somebody trying to get you to use a service and then disappearing, and they're pretending as an actual customer. So these people honestly should be, I don't know.
Somebody should talk to their HOD.
These people make life so much more complicated and unnecessarily stupid, and I hate them all.
It's like you have to be.
I wish them nothing but the worst.
You have to be a skeptic for every single stranger that contacts you for anything. You have to be like, what's their angle? Is there an angle? Would I be able to create an angle from this if I were in their position? And like, I'm getting these text messages now, and it's perfect timing after the holidays. Your package was not released for delivery due to an incorrect street address. Please submit the correct address in order to deliver. and it's got like UPS dash NP, like it's the first, it starts out with UPS. So you think, oh, this is, and I've been getting those all day.
Yeah.
And so
from Artisan
yeah. And all those companies, you know,
corn.
And like all you want is your presents. So it's like, oh, more presents. Somebody's sending me presents, but it's can't be released. Okay, I better get on there. So
I hate these people. In 2023, we need to round them all up, and I don't know where we could send them, but to an island with no internet service, because we would all be so much more helpful and open and happy with each other if we weren't always strangers. Looking, you know, at our, you know, behind us to see if we're somehow getting hosed by a stranger.
Yeah.
It's just they ruin the world. They really do. They ruin the world, and they make the connections we have with people all that much weaker, because now we have to suspiciously eye everyone and everything and every offer. So to that person, if you're listening, please don't. You are not worthy of listening to News AF.
Whoa, Danny. Let's not be rash
here. Dude, what if that's our largest listener base?
Scammers.
Yeah.
I hope not. I really hate these people, so I hope not.
Okay.
You know, reform yourself, and this is the year to do it. You know, dry January should be reform my scamming ways January.
So what about this, Danny? Have you ever tried scamming the scammers?
No, I don't want to put. Look, time is limited, right?
That'd be a huge mediocre amateur video. Scamming.
No, well, there are videos out there.
Yes,
there are guys, and my kids tell me about them all the time. Yeah, they're
funny.
So
they are funny, but they do take a lot of time. Like to
anyway,
really get a scammer really, really good, you got to put some time, energy, and money into it.
Yeah, money into it.
Ooh, look at this.
Okay, yeah.
Someone from Twitch. Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chats, bots. The price is lower than, I think. Is this crazy that as we said scammer, this thing popped up in our chat?
No, I think it's just that's how often people get scammed. We're talking about scammers, and we get like a scammy body comment.
And by the way, talking about scammers is, and Rob is probably headed there, a pretty good segue into the first story.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Okay.
If that's the one you're going with, Rob.
Well, tell me which one, the one that we the title of the episode.
The people who scam you with
verified
an LOL.
LOLs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes.
Top.
That's good. Yeah, no, you're right. So yeah, Tyson, do you ever wonder when you get people saying LOL to you if they are actually laughing out loud?
I used to be like, are you really laughing out loud? Are you really? And then I was like, whatever, it's just an expression, but it's not real. Because usually an LOL means they did not laugh out loud.
But now people use it ironically too, like LOL. Yeah. Like they're not even really. They don't even think it was funny.
Yeah, that's a lot
like
of
an
times.
eye roll.
That's, the eye roll LOL. But I have seen when people are like, if they really laughed out loud, they would tell you in a full sentence. They'd be like, "That was so funny. I'm actually sitting here laughing." Like that's when you know it's good.
Well, look, that's a lot of extra text to type out, and there is one person, an entrepreneur, who has created a device that will actually verify a LOL, and now you too can use that device in your texting. It's called the LOL verifier.
So if you laugh, it records your laugh and then allows you to send the LOL.
It doesn't even let you type LOL unless it heard an audible, at least a chortle.
But what if can't you just do a fake chortle to?
You'd have to fake. You have to fake it.
So now
you could fake it, Tyson.
Yeah,
but that's
not a lie detector. It can't tell if you are fake laughing.
So now we're just getting fake laughs. So it's even worse. That's even worse, dude. I'd rather get an ironic LOL or a sarcastic LOL than a fake LOL that had to bypass this machine with a fake laugh. A sympathy laugh.
Yeah.
Come on.
I could see Apple buying this for like $100 million.
Yeah,
implementing it.
Google and Apple are now in a bidding war.
Yes. Okay.
LOL
this is a
verifier.
little clumsy as of right now. It's a device that you have to wear. Let me see if I can bring up a little bit of a demonstration of what this looks like. But you have to basically like wear it like a lavalier microphone and I don't think it works with your phone. So this is like only if you're on like a something like a instant messenger like on your computer.
Dude,
yeah, this is an early concept. I mean, the guy is just proving that it actually works before he sells it for $100 million.
Yeah. Okay. So here it is. You see the device that he is wearing. Like he wears it, in the same way, like if you were going to make a video and wear like a microphone.
Well, isn't that a Rode microphone? That is a Rode on his collar. That's the wireless mic.
Oh, is that the microphone that he's using to make the
that
video?
that's the one he's using to make the blog. The thing he has is about the size of a deck of cards.
Yes. Okay. So let me see if I can
load.
Yeah, no, it's not.
This is probably a scam.
It's a scam, and now I've been. But anyway, this is what it looks like. The LOL verifier.
Yeah, I don't love it.
Well, yeah, no one's going to use this, but if you could implement this into a pair of AirPods, now you've got easy access to real verification.
That's true. That is true.
Yes. So basically, you type in LOL, it activates the device, and then it starts listening for any sort of form of laughter. So hopefully, you type LOL fast enough before you stop laughing.
What's next? A shrug, hands up, high five verifier, eggplant verifier. I mean, how many of these things need, thumbs up verifier? How many of these things need to be verified for us to appreciate them?
Yeah. Now, does it also work with the like laughing, crying emoji? Now, should it be able to detect things like a sensor? Like, is there additional humidity, moisture in the air from laughing, crying?
Yeah, or sunglasses you wear.
Oh, do you have to wear the Snapchat glasses?
Or any kind of glass, emoji glasses. Yeah, smart glasses.
The smart glasses, and then they have like a little vacuum system that's just constantly
to analyze
running,
your tears to see if they're sad tears or happy tears.
As you put them on your face, it's just like non-stop suction noise.
That's actually not a bad idea, because what if you were at a movie like on a first date and you started crying and didn't want your date to see, the glasses could vacuum up your tears, and then you could just enjoy the movie with having to look away.
I think that's an invention for a time past, because I think you're going to get a lot of points.
You think it's better, more props for the tears?
Yes, for sure. Sensitive, in touch, unafraid to show your emotions. Yeah, you're
okay. Oh wow, look at me, so old school,
dude. You are so old school. You've dated yourself.
The creator of the device, Brian Moore, says that he uses LOLs far less. He often will write "That's funny" as a way to get around.
I write "ha!" Exclamation point.
So he breaks the LOL. He's given us the workaround to his own device.
Yeah. I think he just basically he wants to protect the LOL, and he wants people to say that's funny if they're not actually laughing out loud.
But it wasn't funny. I think it's still a lie.
Yeah, this guy's on a crusade that nobody cares about.
Okay. All right. Well, that's just one device that is been coming into the public use in 2023. Over in Vegas, at CES, there are some other big devices, the big Consumer Electronics Show. Tyson, did you think about going out to CES this year?
No, I haven't been for a couple years. I do enjoy it for a little while, but I also like you go through it, and like the one year we went through, and it was like the year of massage chairs and virtual pornography.
Yeah.
And the virtual pornography just like lines out the door as like,
it's like
Yeah, you go to CES and it's like 98% men, and they're all just there for virtual pornography.
And then the massage chair also probably plays into that.
Links to the virtual pornography. Yeah. Anything that does not link to the virtual pornography has no interest. Like if you have a drone that you're showing off, it's got to have some pornography attached to it somewhere for people to be like, ooh.
I went to CES once, and all I thought is, this is so disappointing. If this is the future, I'm not impressed.
Okay.
I mean, they've been showing us 8K TVs for the 8K resolution TVs for the last decade.
Yeah. Well, maybe you might not be so cynical, Tyson, after you hear about, according to the Washington Post, they have a list of some of the best and strangest tech found at CES 2023.
Let's hear it.
Okay. How about something from a new startup called OVR Technology that is a virtual reality headset add-on that lets you experience smells in virtual reality worlds.
Can this be used for pornography?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wish I could experience. I wish I could experience smells in reality. I still can't smell it.
You still, from like COVID, smell has not.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yanny, I'm sorry
serious
for your
brain
loss.
damage I've suffered, and so I'm very interested. Rob, keep going.
Okay.
Well,
tell me about this.
I think though that this is perfect for pornography as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sights and sounds and smells.
Sure.
Yeah.
That they do not cite that as a specific use here.
That's
but
the only thing it's going to get used for.
They do say that there are vanilla-ish smelling waterfalls and that the scent of freshly cut grass at a park, Danny, you could feel like you're at your neighbor's house any night.
Yeah.
I was running through a rainforest just like 2, 3, 4 days ago, and I'm like, man, I bet this smells amazing. But
what rainforest? Oregon?
Out in Washington.
Washington. Oh, you were up in Washington, I forgot.
Yeah. But I mean, Tyson's right. This is just going straight to fart fetish. I mean, this is like the only place this technology is going to be used.
You think that an orgy doesn't stink, dude? I bet the smells from an orgy.
Could you download the Caligula smell package?
Yeah, it's got like a little bit of like shrimp cocktail smell mixed with like mixed with 15 orgasms at the same time. Yeah.
Okay. They mention a Samsung TV that can give you a checkup.
Yep.
Would that be something you'd be interested in?
No, only if there's pornographic applications to this.
Wait, Tyson, don't go to pornography yet. What's the checkup? Is this, can I bypass my yearly doctor visit with this TV?
Thermometer.
Nice.
Yeah, if you have a compatible health monitor app, it can measure your vital signs like heart rate, breath per minute, and blood oxygen. I'm not sure how this is necessarily
my watch
better than like an Apple Watch. Yeah. Okay.
This is
all right.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, how
wait,
about
let's get into the pornographic applications of this. Are there anything that can?
Well, I think that maybe it could tell you if you're overheating, maybe.
Or aroused,
watching, slow down, like basically like when I don't know if you have like the Apple Watch where if you're someplace that's too noisy, it's like, too noisy. You're someplace where it's making too much noise. Like maybe it's like, hold on, you're overstimulated.
That watch would underreport what I consider to be too noisy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like my kids get home and be like, too noisy.
All right. Well, here is another gadget that is coming out at CES 23. And even Mashable is saying that 2023 could be the year of personal pee testing. You can now analyze your pee at home with a device called U-Scan, which goes over the side of your toilet seat that allows you to scan your urine and view the results on a app on your phone.
Is this for health purposes or drug purposes?
Health purposes, not for fetish or drug testing purposes.
This is how big of a disappointment CES is. Out of all the devices, this is the only one I've seen on other news sites widespread because it's the only one that caught anybody's interest. I mean, that's a pretty bad sign that your get together is a dud. So this one did look interesting.
Yeah,
but when I saw it
pornographic
mounted,
implications.
Where I saw it mounted in the toilet, I had to sit down, I think, because it shows it up there on the front of the toilet. How as a guy, that's a dangerous thing to try to aim for.
Yeah, I wonder if you can like put it in different places. I don't know if it needs to be hooked.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. To aim straight down like that is just risking rimfire.
And I don't know if then when you flush the toilet, does it flood then also? I'm not sure exactly how it works. That's going to be available coming out in Europe in 2023, not here in the US.
No.
Also, how about a pillow that breathes in and out? That's supposed to help you relax more. Would you like something like that, Tyson?
There's definitely some pornographic implications and applications that can be used for that. So yeah, I think that's
sounds like something a serial killer would like to sleep on. That doesn't sound like, that sounds like really bizarre. Like,
so it's like, yeah, I don't think I like that personally, but I think that basically when anything that you want to showcase at CES has to have some pornographic applications.
Well, Tyson, if
it's the only thing the people there are interested in.
Yeah. Just look at them.
Okay. And there's also a product that is a sort of a box that goes over your mouth that will prevent others from hearing if you are shouting in the metaverse.
Oh, you know who needs this? NFL coaches.
Oh,
so they don't have to cover their freaking mouth with the play list thing.
Yeah.
Wait, does it only work in the metaverse?
Yeah, I think that's what the application would be.
That means that right off the bat, if they get everybody from the metaverse to buy one, that's 22 people.
Okay, imagine this. I'm standing in my living room. I've got my VR headset on. Liz is watching a show nearby. I'm visiting the Ashley Madison warehouse. I put the box on casually so that she can't see that I'm talking to the catfisher on the other end. So I could see the reason to get this.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Danny gave us an application that would make it a hit at CES. Yeah.
Okay.
Liz is standing right there.
Completely unaware that Danny is in the metaverse.
She would not know.
I'm talking to a middle-aged man parading himself as a very hot woman.
Yeah. And but still the fantasy is enough to keep you there.
That's what metaverse is for.
Finally, one other thing for the metaverse, that there is a new device coming from Panasonic called Shiftall, which is a series of wireless sensors that strap to your chest, knees, hips, and ankles to be able to allow people to do activities that involve legs in the metaverse.
There's no legs in the metaverse.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg has said legs are hard, but this device will allow you to now have a lower body in the metaverse.
Well, listen, I think a lot of these metaverse devices, they started research and development on them before they realized that the metaverse was complete garbage and nobody cares about it. And that's the problem, is that now these guys have dumped trillions of dollars thinking that Mark Zuckerberg was onto something, and he wasn't. And now they're all regretting it, but they're in too deep.
They're in too deep. So now they're starting to go like heavier into, we better start rolling out the pornography in the metaverse. Luckily, that will save us now.
Exactly.
People have had enough Zoom meetings.
All of these devices can easily be switched over to that purpose. Like you've got putting sensors all over your body. I mean, that's a gateway to
however,
metaverse porn life.
Well, that is a great segue into the next story where now, but it is getting harder in some places to access pornography, where a new law has gone into effect in Louisiana, where if you want to access a website known as Pornhub, it looks like it's called, .com, that I've never seen that word before. Pornhub, I guess it's called.
How do you spell
if you want to it looks just like how it sounds.
Okay.
If you want to access this website in the state of Louisiana, you need to enter in your driver's license information
for blackmail later.
To verify your age, that they're very concerned. The Louisiana representative Lori Schegel, that she is the person that was putting forth this law into Louisiana, very concerned about underage parties accessing the website. However, there are a lot of privacy concerns that come along with people that would not want to put their driver's license in on a website such as this.
Oh, that's a legitimate concern. We just talked about scammers. I can appreciate what she's attempting to do, just not sure if this is the way to do it, because a license plate, I mean, your license, it feels like there's a couple documents that you hold that are you protect them with your life, right? Social security card is always number one. And then maybe bank card, and then driver's license and passport. And this is in that like top 5 most important thing to keep to yourself. And you're about to give it to a place with the word porn, who I think I just no.
And then I would think that is also like, okay, once you're logged in, I feel like there's like a pretty official record of like what you're searching for also on this website.
Your fart fetish, is now tied to the face, and
right. When you go, that's going to be an awkward conversation, Tyson, when you go to renew your license at the DMV.
Yeah, but I think also when you go to the DMV and you're wearing the smell sensor 4D glasses, they'll already know. Yeah, they're like,
it's going to become an awkward conversation when you run for governor, and it comes out that your fetishes are not aligned with the public's tastes.
Yeah. So it's also, so right now it's only in the state of Louisiana, and it's only for that one specific website. Other websites where you can access adult materials do not require it. It seems as though the law is just singularly focused on what's going on.
That's interesting.
On the hub.
Wow.
I will say I see most of my adult content on the websites we use when we're getting these stories, just in the side thing. I'm like, whoa, it's
what's the one? The Star?
Yeah, the Star.
What's
basically
the UK one?
Yeah. That would be the Star is like a PG-13 plus movie every time I open up that thing. So that should require my driver's license.
Yeah.
To go to the Star.
Maybe the lawmakers in Louisiana might be onto something because maybe there is too much overstimulation going on, because a town in the UK was forced to cancel their New Year's Eve fireworks due to a walrus, which was engaging in acts of self-gratification.
Driver's license thing,
a single walrus. Yeah.
According to a story here, that a New Year's Eve fireworks celebration was canceled due to a walrus.
What's that word? What's that headline say there?
A masturbating walrus.
Oh, that's right. Listen. I've never seen a walrus in the wild, and I would definitely go on an adventure with Danny to see a walrus in the wild. And you, Rob, if you want to go see a walrus in the wild. I didn't even know that walruses showed up in the UK like that. I guess, I mean, they are oceanside.
I have seen a couple stories about animals like that arriving on the beach in the UK just recently. I think there was a big one like a month ago. So maybe it's a new thing. And maybe they were canceled because nobody would have paid attention to the fireworks when you have this giant walrus self-gratifying on the beach.
Is that their new New Year's celebration? Is they just get a walrus in there that's he's the main spectacle?
Or is this
assuming it's a male? Assuming it's a male.
Is this a new walrus habit? You know, like with changing temperatures, they're like, they used to just do this type of thing up on the ice shelf, and now they're having to do it in public, much to the chagrin of firework fans.
So the issue, it seems, is that the walrus is an incredibly rare walrus. It was not necessarily that people were offended by the act. I mean, these
didn't want to hit it with a firework.
It's rare to see a walrus. That's what I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they did not want to disturb him. So this was actually quite polite.
Yeah.
They put on some Barry Manilow.
Very metal.
Dimmed the lights a little bit.
Yeah. This walrus is named Thor, And it has been spotted previously on the coast of Hampshire, and has been raising some eyebrows that he was spotted in the act during his time relaxing, and people, they canceled the fireworks display because they didn't want to disturb him.
Huh. Yeah, that's very polite of the town. And
there's no other. I mean, they'd never do that for a human. Like, hey, let's just.
They never would.
No,
that guy on the pier. He's having
a great time by himself. Yeah, let's cancel the fireworks.
Put on some Barry Manilow, light some candles, let him just be alone.
Okay,
but the walrus gets special treatment.
A local resident said, "You respect nature when you see something of that size. Its tusks are bigger than my arm." So people were just enjoying the spectacle.
Yeah, enamored with it.
Incredible.
Yeah, Thor, come to the U.S., man.
Okay, now we talked a lot about putting up the Christmas decorations. What's going on at your houses in terms of taking them down?
Already down. Gone.
Still up.
Okay. Yeah, I took mine down New Year's Day. I was my favorite day of the year.
To take them down, or just
take them down? I had my wife take a picture of me taking down the final piece of Christmas stuff as I smiled.
Where is that? I love that it was like ceremonial for Rob.
We didn't post it. No, that was just for internal use only.
That's for personal use later for Rob.
Yeah.
When did you take yours down, Danny?
Liz took them down the minute we got back from New Year's Eve up in Washington.
Nice. So, yeah.
We've been planning to take them down. We just have not yet.
That's the first step.
Yeah. And I think now that the kids are in school, it will be easier.
Sure.
Because it's a mess to take them down.
Sure.
And it's a less of a mess if you don't have two kids running around getting into everything as you're taking it down.
Now, Tyson, do you have a real tree or a fake tree?
Real.
Okay. All right. Well, Tyson, you are in good, luck today, because here's a story here from the New York Post. People are discarding their Christmas trees by eating them.
You can eat the trees now?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds explain. How am I supposed to prepare this?
Pine needle tea?
Yes, lots of different ways. You can use the needles as you would rosemary or bay leaves.
Okay.
They could be blended into vinegar or crushed into flavored gin.
Okay.
Vinegar?
Yes. You could use the pine needles for pickling eggs or vegetables, or putting them in drinks and infusions.
Holy smokes.
Okay. And you could also take the pine needle tea. Also, that people say that tea is used to heal sore muscles. People use the pine needles to make syrup, or putting them in a pan with sugar.
Okay.
Or you can just turn them into ash and then sprinkle them into your food.
This is amazing. True? This is the most versatile. Ash? How come I've never heard about this? This is the most versatile thing ever.
It's innovation.
So yeah, one of the influencers they talked to, who hosts a supper club in London, makes menu items from Christmas trees, said that people could also replant their trees and eat the new buds in the spring. And she says that her favorite dish is spruce ice cream sundae. But be careful, the needles are spiky. The spruce is regal and tastes bloody delicious.
I don't like this story.
Yeah, the influencer now.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what the health influences are. Are the health benefits, not influences.
Yeah.
I'm saying influencer doesn't sell the story for me.
Tyson, the other thing you can do is also take sections of the tree, put it in a hot oven until it's charred, and then put that in a blender to create pine ash that you can use for flavor.
I don't. This is now we're getting out of control here. This
ash just tastes bad, right?
Well, isn't it reduced to the most basic element? Isn't that just carbon?
Yeah.
And isn't that what we're made of?
Just tastes like.
But yeah, but all the good stuff went up in flames, and now you
just tastes like burnt toast, right?
I started off really being Yeah, I started off really being blown
like
away by this story.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah. You got to be careful. That's the thing you need to do. Because you really just want to make sure that the tree has not been treated with any pesticides. So especially if you got went and cut down your own tree, it's safe. You can eat it.
Why don't you guys come over? We're gonna have a dinner party, and it's just gonna be tree stuff.
If I showed up at your house, and I'm like, "What's being served?" You're like, "Oh, the Christmas tree." I'd probably feign an illness and go to KFC or something because I'm like, no, thank you.
All right. Well, all right. A Christmas toy went awry where a mom bought a toy for her 9-month-old son. However, this toy, which was like a sort of like a baby cell phone, ends up saying some bad words.
The toy ended up saying some bad words?
Yes.
What kind of words?
Okay. So the baby got the fake Fisher. I don't want to say it's Fisher Price because I don't think it was from Fisher Price. But like a Fisher Price toy.
Okay.
And then the baby starts pressing the buttons, and then the thing was talking about a drive-by shooting.
Huh.
That's not all either.
That's the thing is that if you're getting the off-brand Fisher Price, you got to expect that this is the type of thing you're gonna end up with.
Yeah. Another thing the toy said was, "Blow this up. Do I have a lawsuit? Lawyers, help me out."
I mean, that's kind of funny because that's like adult people talk. Like if you have a phone, I think I mean, weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Now, Tyson, this thing also has jokes. The baby pushed a button and said, Tom told his friend he had a job with 10,000 people under him.
No, keep going with the joke.
Okay.
That's
and then
the joke?
and then another voice said, wow, he must be the CEO of a corporation. And the other person said, no, he cuts grass in a cemetery.
Okay.
The mom admitted that was funny. She did like that one, but not for a baby, as if her baby could comprehend that joke.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. I mean, maybe this is Danny. If the jokes are good, is it like baby's first joke maker?
Well, and what's the intonation of the because if it's just very soothing voice, then it really doesn't matter what you're saying to a baby, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the age-old thing? Is if you talk like this, nice and calm and sweet, then the baby's gonna, be chill.
Yeah. This was a toy that was purchased at Walmart, and so that this mom is wondering if this is potentially others have had this same issue.
Do you think it's one of the Waltons' voices?
Maybe
that'd be cool.
Toys
other retailers that are also selling this toy.
The toy's been sold out. It's such a hit now.
$30. She bought a $30 toy. That's a bigger crime than the things that it says. $30 for a child that just chews on things.
What would you get this child? A box?
Oh, box.
Did he like
a straight stick?
Yeah. A straight stick. Yeah.
I bet he loved it. But a kid this age doesn't even need anything new or anything fancy.
Yes. Sure. So the toy is called the Learning Remote. And it's sold by that you could buy it on Shop HQ, but it is sold out right now.
Sold out.
Okay. So we'll see. We'll see if we can.
The best marketing that could ever happen to these guys.
Could be a good white elephant gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then the airlines have been in the news for a couple of weeks now. It's really just, Tyson said the airlines were no good for a long time. And now a lot of people are saying, Tyson, you were right.
Yes. Everybody is.
Everybody.
And, every time anybody complains about any of the airlines, my line has always been, that's the worst airline, tied with all the other airlines.
Yeah. Well, all right. Southwest has been under a lot of fire, and there were actually a couple of Southwest passengers that got people really upset because they have been they've been trying something on Southwest flights to handpick the perfect passenger to sit next to them. Tyson, how did you hear about this story?
It just popped up on my Google feed. So it is a Google News feed, and it was a couple. So it's a married couple. They get on the flight early because of whatever their status, or they pay, and they sit in the window and the aisle seat. And then,
so we have a video of explaining this. Man, that might help.
Should we watch it?
Yeah, let me see if I can share the video. Okay, of a couple that is looking for their perfect third to join them as they
a unicorn
fly around around the country on their Southwest flight. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, here is this video, and let me go ahead and see if I can play the audio. Okay, here we go. All right, audio on. Southwest flight. We took the aisle and the window until we found the right person, and then they invite them to join them on this flight. They're looking at people like, nope, not this one, not this guy. What was wrong with that guy?
I don't know, but I bet he's offended.
Yeah, maybe when he watches this, maybe
did they put a pineapple on the end of the row to signal like, hey, the seat is open to certain individuals.
Danny, this might be a good video if we could get the smell also, because maybe like there might be a person that has like an inviting musk.
Well, because the other thing too is here is like who's tagged in this, because I see that some people are tagged in the video there. You can see it might be Broga. Well, I'm wondering if they're tagging like Southwest and like every single.
I don't know. Like you would think they would take this down, but maybe they're just here for the clout. Okay.
Yeah.
I think they are.
I don't think Wendy liked the one right there. I don't know. It's up to you.
Boy, they're just like talking it through. Like, you like this guy? What do you think about him?
This. Feels slimy.
Like, he can't hear them.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, okay. They did pick this guy.
Now listen to him.
She was just looking for somebody cool to scoot over.
Gotcha. Oh my gosh, this can't be real.
I'll take it. How late I was, I figured I'd be scrunched in the middle somewhere.
So he lucks out because he's not scrunched in the middle.
Yeah, we were just looking for somebody cool to sit with us.
Hey,
run.
My wife and I have been watching you for a while now. We'd like for you to sit with us.
Yes, they're definitely through like on their way to some sexual activity, right? All three of them.
CES. Yeah. They're headed to CES.
You don't think is this like viral spawn con from Southwest of like, hey, fly on Southwest. You look, come on back. You don't know what'll happen.
Southwest swingers.
Man, this is just showing that the Southwest system, if we didn't already figure it out over the holidays, is broken. And it doesn't work anymore. And people have found loopholes, and the airline seems to be collapsing on its own. But this is like, I haven't flown Southwest forever and ever. And every time like I have to fly Southwest somewhere, You're
thinking about it now.
I forget like how stupid the system is, where it's like, get in line 1 through 60, and then you got to get on and you get to choose whatever chair you want. And
Tyson, I bet a lot of people like, hey, you look like a cool guy. Like, you want to sit with my wife and I?
I wouldn't. No, you guys are the uncool ones here. And then I'd carry on. This is
weird.
I'd rather sit in the middle somewhere of my own accord than
I don't want to wake up in a cheap hotel with my kidneys
gone.
Yeah, I know how this goes. I've seen this movie.
Do you think, is there anything else here in this video?
No, I think that's it. All of a sudden you sit down next to these people, and now Liam Neeson is trying to find you in like some crazy country across the world. Come on,
You're in Azerbaijan.
You're in Azerbaijan. Is Liam Neeson?
Half your liver's gone, one kidney's gone.
Yeah. All right.
Man, not for me.
Yeah.
So how about you, Rob? This lady taps you on the shoulder. She's like, "Hey, cool guy, want to sit here on the aisle? It's the only aisle seat."
Is everything else a middle seat?
Yep, everything else is a middle seat.
Boy,
out of principle, especially after watching this, I'm not taking that.
I'd probably be like, yeah, okay, I'll sit here, but no touching.
Really? That's what you would say?
Yeah, no, I would be like, sure. Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, but I'm sitting in the middle.
Look, at least here I know I'm brushing shoulders with a pervert. On the other seats, I just don't know who I'm. Now I'm brushing.
You're already on alert.
Yeah,
with some unknowns. Yeah, they'll wait till I fall asleep in the middle aisle. At least here I'll have the energy to stay awake. So
you'll have the drive and motivation.
Yeah, it depends how long the flight is, I guess. All right. And then so that's what's going on over on Southwest.
Wait.
Meanwhile, yes,
you're obligated to talk to these people the entire flight now.
Oh yeah, I think more than talk. Yeah.
Yeah, probably more than talk. Exactly.
Like I think a hand is touching your thigh at some point, and
you're going to be
Walrus. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Shit out of both of these guys.
Yeah. Like, because now they're pushing the boundaries at this point.
Yeah, they've definitely they've already tested you. You've already accepted something.
Yeah,
they know that you're wide open to pretty much anything.
You're in their pocket.
Yes, you're in their world now.
Yeah.
All right. I think this is a game coming to the metaverse soon, Danny.
This is Southwest.
Yeah,
Southwest.
It's a game of chance. Pick where you sit. See who your seat neighbor is.
Is your flight going to get canceled? Maybe, maybe not.
Is your luggage currently in a hangar somewhere with all your Christmas gifts in it?
Yeah. All right. And then over at Frontier Airlines, okay, we know what it takes to get on a Southwest flight. Frontier Airlines seems so desperate for people to fly with them. They will give you free flights if you just adopt some cats.
No.
So now everybody on Frontier flights is a cat person too. They're really that's their demographic that they're going for, is like, we're going for the cat people. They are idiots. Cat people don't travel. They don't even know how to leave their houses and stuff. Like, look at Danny. Danny's one of the few cat people that even gets out of his
Tyson.
house.
If that's true, then they're tapping into an untapped market here. They're going to bring out the cat people.
You think
right
so?
onto the airline. Free cats. What a flight that'll be. Just
so
cats everywhere.
This is what they're up
boxes.
to. Okay. So there is some cats that are available that the shelter named the cats Frontier, Delta, and Spirit. Okay. They said that we will donate 2 flight vouchers each to people who adopt Delta and Spirit, but you get 4 vouchers to the person who adopts Frontier. You don't get Delta or Spirit vouchers.
I like that they're doing this. Like, sure, adopt a pet. That's nice. And encourage people to adopt. That's very nice. So I don't mind this play if this is a one-off thing. If they're like, you need to adopt 1,000, you could get the same person adopting all 1,000 of them or something, So yeah, this is fine. This is a fine little marketing thing, whatever. 4 flight vouchers on Frontier is still pretty worthless. But it's something.
But do you think it was cruel of the animal shelter to name the stray cats Frontier, Delta, and Spirit?
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want the pets adopted, are those the right names to go with?
No. You cannot name anything after an airline and expect it to be loved.
Was Vladimir Putin not available?
Already taken.
I guess that name is taken.
Yeah. I mean, Delta and Spirit could potentially be like, it wasn't after the airline, but not all 3 combined. Now you know it's the airline.
Now we know. The
Yeah.
jig is up.
I'm also wondering,
could we not have named one of the cats Sam Bankman-Fried? No, let's go with Frontier, Delta, and Spirit.
Yeah, at least Sam's parents love him. Like here, nobody Not even the CEOs. Even the CEOs of these companies are like, we know we're garbage. That's we know. Sorry. And they don't even say sorry. They just say we know.
All right. Danny, are you ready to take us to your bolt hole for the first time here in 2023?
I am locked and loaded.
Okay, locked and loaded. All right, here we go. All right.
Welcome to my bolt hole. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Yes. All right. Back from the rainforest.
And it was rainy. Holy balls, it was rainy.
Well, and also let's talk about rainforests here for a second. A lot of people are probably thinking you're in a jungle somewhere. Rainforests are anywhere that get enough rain, enough moisture to be considered a rainforest. So he's in Washington State. The Pacific Northwest is a rainforest. And that's where Danny is. Don't mistake him for being somewhere cool.
Well, Washington State is cool, actually, Tyson.
Well,
I mean, maybe not hanging out with the in-laws the whole time, but the state itself is amazing.
Sure, it is. But would you rather be there or like Fiji?
I've never been to Fiji, so I don't know. So maybe
me neither,
once
Danny.
I go
a little bit of a sore subject. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe you want to go to Fiji. Then this story is for you because you're going to need some money to get there. All right.
Yes.
And I don't know if you guys are fans of the Joe Rogan podcast, but he just recently had someone on.
We're not.
Danny, don't even try to get us canceled.
Nice trick, dude. I am not a fan.
2023. Okay.
But even before
that was the first test. Okay. Well, he had somebody on named John Reeves.
I want to just state before this that I was not a fan of Joe Rogan way before other people were not fans of Joe Rogan.
Nobody's asking you, Tyson, to say that. All right. This is just a story. Let me just move on.
I mean, you did literally ask him to
his volume
as a joke.
I just never. Carry on.
Anyway, can I carry on? Because that's not even the point of the story. He had a guest.
Did you watch News Radio, Tyson?
With Phil Hartman?
Actually, I think I did. Was that MTV? Or what was that?
Was that with Phil Hartman?
Phil Hartman was on it, yeah.
Yeah, I watched some of that, but was Joe Rogan on that?
I think so.
Huh. Well, I watched Phil.
One thing we can say is that he has an eclectic group of people that come on the show.
Yeah.
And recently he had a guy who is an Alaskan gold miner turned mammoth and animal bone collector named John Reeves. And he recently, the John Reeves guy, while on the podcast, claimed that 500,000 tusk bones were dumped in the New York City's East River by the American Museum of Natural History because there was no space for it. And the reason this is important is because mammoth tusks can fetch around $20,000 a tusk. And so people known, and this is in the article, and this is really what caught my attention, people known as boners are flocking to the East River to dig up some bone to make some handsome cash. Now, this is like all treasure stories. There is no hard evidence that the bone was dropped in, like, they think on a specific street next to a hospital. That's where the stuff was dropped. But there's really no like hard evidence. There's no like documentation.
Can you say turgid instead of hard?
Yes, turgid bone was dumped into the river. But if true, $20,000 a piece, and they claim that 500,000 tusk bones were dumped. In this article, it says that's almost $1 billion worth of hard bone in that river. So
yeah, they're calling this the bone rush.
The bone rush. There's so many bone.
But you think that if they
bone terms,
you'd think that someone would easily find a tusk in there if they were truly dumped in there.
It
like
was
at least
dumped
one
in
or
the
two
40s.
people would be like, "Oh,
so there's a lot of dead bodies
40s?
on top of the bone."
So you got
right? You're gonna have to skip through those
bodies.
and the crash ships. The other thing, like I said, nobody really knows that the story goes that back in the day, miners in Alaska, when they unearthed the bone while trying to find gold, discarded the bone, and a lot of it was sent to this museum. but they ended up getting so much they couldn't fit it in the storage. So they went and did what most people did back in those days and just dumped their garbage into the water. And that it's sitting there just waiting for Tyson to hire a nice, sturdy ship, get a crew of individuals. And I don't know how you dig it up. They say you have to scuba. Yeah, a bunch of boners.
Oh, Tyson, you wanted to do a guy's trip in the water.
I do.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But I don't think I want to scuba dive in the East River.
Yeah, this is what's crazy. So the bones were dumped supposedly near 65th Street. That's the closest they can get to finding them. You're going to have to go into the river, scuba gear. That just doesn't seem safe.
Okay, CES guys, let's invent a giant magnet that gets bone.
Bone magnet?
Yeah.
That sounds very dangerous.
Magnet.
Yeah.
A bone.
Rip your bones right out of your flesh.
Bone attractor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm looking at a Reddit post about this, so take this with a grain of salt. But among the many issues you would face to be in the bone rush, that people say that the organic bottom eats everything. Whatever's down there is under mud, muck, and not to mention tons of other crap that's been thrown in the East River.
And that's true. But most of these bones, I've watched actually a lot of videos of bones being uncovered in Alaska. They are found in mud as well. And I don't know if there's a difference.
Has anybody found one yet in the East River?
No,
that's
of
what
course
we need.
not.
Until someone unearths one from the East River, this story,
BS.
I'm skeptical.
It's all BS.
Yeah.
And I'm skeptical too. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. Maybe they threw a handful of bones, but 500,000 bones. I would be surprised if that's true. That should be relatively easy to find. Right.
Yeah.
And if all that bone is in there and this guy's a big boner and he loves bones so much, why isn't he down diving?
Well, yeah. Why is he telling us all?
Yeah, that's the thing that always makes me like, this is a claim you believe so strongly that you're willing to have others do it.
Did he say he was a huge boner, or he was just saying like,
he is a huge boner.
He is a boner.
He's
the
giant boner. Yeah.
He's looked. If he truly believes this he's already looked all over the East River and can't himself find any. So he's putting it out there to see if somebody else can find some, which will then give him enough motivation and belief.
He'll move in with his gunboat
more. Yes.
Or is he just waiting?
Piracy laws.
Yeah. Is he just like standing on the shore waiting to, spot some other boner?
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah.
But like any single time you go to a town that has a mountain range nearby anywhere, there's always gold in them hills.
Always a gold
It's always
story.
like there was a miner here who saw a thread of gold through the rock so big it was as big as the Empire State Building. But then when he returned to look, he couldn't find where he had seen it.
So our gold story here
Spanish
is that
golds.
the Spanish inexplicably carried gold all the way from the coast. And then around Utah, we're like, this is heavy. I'm just going to set this down and pick it back up on my way back after finding giant Inca gold temples or whatever.
Yes.
It's the dumbest story, but tons and tons of people actually think that it's true. So
everywhere.
I mean, go ahead and search. If your life needs purpose, maybe become a boner and go to the boneyard and search for bone. But
document it and send it to us.
Yeah. But when people make claims like this and they themselves are not doing the one thing they're advising everybody else to do, that to me is a giant red flag. It's a scammer. Yeah. That's a red flag.
Keep it secret if you really believe it, because you're going to get those.
Yeah, exactly.
Bones.
He probably owns some boat rental on the East River, and he's like gonna go. He's gonna go gangbusters on all the boat rentals to the boneyard.
Daddy, that was quick that you found that loophole there for
the connection.
Yeah, the connection.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. If you love a good treasure story, you love some bone, you're interested in becoming a boner yourself, get a boat and just go out there and just have a good swim in the East River. I'm sure it's pleasant.
Now, go hypothetically, you're in the bone rush, you go down there, you end up unearthing a tusk. Yeah. What do? You go on that website that Danny uses to sell cars? Like, how do you liquidate a tusk?
Good question.
That's the thing. Is like you go back to the museum and they're like, No, but we'll take it from you, and then they throw it back in the river.
Look,
and everybody's just finding the same tusk and returning it to the museum.
I have seen enough movies where I know that you find the tusk, you go back up to the ship. This guy's waiting with a silenced pistol.
Yeah.
And he just takes it from you. I mean, that's how it always goes.
Faced with a flare gun. Like there's
like we know how we've seen this play out. He's like, thanks for finding the bone, you boner. And then he exactly takes the bone. It's New York too. So
write a movie about this maybe for us
called The Boneyard.
The year was 2023. Inflation.
So anyway, that's my, there it is. Maybe you've got some need for money. Go swim around in the East River and let me know how that goes. I'm super interested.
That is true. Yeah.
So you're gonna have to invest a lot here. I still think CES is scour CES, see if there's something you can utilize to get them bones.
Yeah, some sort of suit. Is it worth asking ChatGPT to write a movie about people that go into the East River to go for the bone rush?
How long would the movie be?
Gotta be an hour and a half at least.
Yeah. Here, let me ask Danny what he's up to, and then I can type this in.
Okay.
Got anything fun?
I'll tell you what I'm up to. Yeah, let's move this along.
So
I can get to my own personal,
because we recorded early.
Adventure. Yeah, that's why we recorded early. That's why I'm dressed up in orange and blue. I'm headed out. I'm trying to get out there, beat the new snowstorm that's coming in, avalanches, natural disasters. It's just like atmospheric rivers pointed straight at California, us, Pacific Northwest. So that's what I'm up to today. I'm releasing a video though of our hijinks in Ecuador later tonight on Mediocre.
That'll be fun.
YouTube. So yeah,
was that strenuous activity in Ecuador?
Very strenuous. I'd never been that high before, elevation wise. So
how high was it?
Almost 21,000 feet.
Did you get the?
I actually felt pretty good.
Or whatever it's called.
No, I didn't get altitude sickness.
Did anybody?
I actually felt great. I think Christoph got diarrhea, but I don't know if that's altitude induced. I don't think that's one of the symptoms.
That'll happen.
I'm sure he's stoked I just said that, but
of course he's stoked, dude. Everybody let Christoph know on social media that he got diarrhea in Ecuador in case he didn't remember.
Altitude. Just tell him it was just right. It was
altitude diarrhea.
Altitude induced diarrhea.
Yeah.
No scientific foundation to back that up. What about you, Tyson?
I've never been that high before.
No. What are you doing upcoming?
Recording live with Boston Rob and Tyson later today. Actually, usually we record on Thursday, but we're recording today, and we take listeners' questions that they have and give them some life advice. And then we have that's it. That's all I got going on. So
okay. Rob?
Yeah. How about you, Rob?
Just podcasting away. Got some new shows. Tough as Nails is gonna be back. Have you ever watched that, Tyson?
No, but I do see that the Tough as Nails cast do consider themselves in the same vein as Survivor cast members and stuff like that. And I always thought that that's very ambitious of them to be like, I'm going to Hearts of Reality too. I'm on Tough as Nails. It's like you're not like that's not like in the same realm. Sorry.
We got that. We've got another show called Special Forces, which involves a bunch of celebrities going through Army training. That's going to be on Fox. So I think that should be some fun, trashy reality TV.
Okay.
The Circle is back up as well on Netflix. So yeah, Survivor is out of season, but we have got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Right. Token changes on Netflix. It doesn't seem like anybody's really watching it, which is fine either way. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm not getting paid more if people watch it. So
I kind of feel like that when Survivor first came to Netflix, I just feel like that there was not a ton of like new shows that were on, and now like since really the pandemic, like there's been so much like content created, like a million new series. Like I feel like that there's not a big not a big appetite for people to watch old stuff like there was in 2020. People are like, I'm just trying to keep up with the new stuff.
Yeah, that's true. There's so much new stuff. We watched The Resort on Peacock.
Yes, how was that? I've heard good things.
I actually liked it. Yeah, I did like it.
Okay.
So.
Well, speaking of new things that are getting greenlit, how about a little movie called The Bone Rush? Okay.
Yep.
In the present day, a group of treasure hunters. I wish Danny was reading it. He has the epic movie voice. A group of treasure hunters are on the hunt for valuable tusks that have been rumored to have been discarded in the East River in the 1940s, led by the fearless and cunning Captain Jack Bone Rush. The team braves dangerous waters and battles fierce competitors as they search for the ultimate prize. But as they get closer to their goal, they realize they're not the only ones after the treasure. A rival gang led by the ruthless and deadly Captain Maria Rodriguez will stop at nothing to get their hands on the tusks. As the two sides clash in a series of high-stakes heists and explosive shootouts, it becomes clear only one team will come out on top. Will Captain Bone Rush and his crew be able to outsmart and outfight their opponents? Or will the tusks end up in the hands of their rivals? Find out in Bone Rush, the ultimate action-packed treasure hunting adventure.
That was as good as you could ask for.
Yeah. And will Michelle Rodriguez play a Maria Rodriguez?
Yes, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It sounds very exciting. Because it's real like Fast and the Furious vibe for Bone Rush. Because the word rush is in the title. So you know it's going to be exciting. All right, but
I'm excited.
What a great news AF to kick off the new year.
Yeah. And
at the top of our game.
I don't think it's going to be the best one for 2023, but you never know.
Not even close. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll be back next week. Hope you will join us then. Until next time, take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
We did it, guys.